I am going to talk about something now, as you've read from the title of this, obviously. It's a doctor, right? It's a doctor, not a Doctor Who, or a Doctor What, or a Doctor Watson. It's a doctor who faces an inquiry for asking a Muslim to lift her veil, says he will quit after 23 years as a GP due to a major injustice of the investigation. A doctor, he was asked, he basically, this lady, she's took a 10-year-old daughter to the doctors, and her daughter was ill. So what happened were he took her to the doctors. She took her to the doctors, and obviously the doctors tried to ask what was going wrong, what the problem was, and he needed, to be fair. I can understand this as well, because if you're trying to talk to somebody, you need to hear what they're saying, and with it being a doctor, you need to know what the hell is happening. So, Dr. Keith Wolverson, he's 52, I'm just reading this off my tablet, folks. I got it out the Mirror before anybody starts asking, right? I'm not reading it on the bloody right-wing Daily Mail or in the Sun or anything like that. It's the Mirror, right? The Mirror. So, he says he asked the woman to remove the veil over her face as he had difficulty hearing and explaining what was wrong with her sick child. The GP accused her of discrimination against a Muslim mum by asking her to remove her veil after, has claimed he will quit medicine. And to tell you the truth, mate, I don't fucking blame you for quitting. I don't see the discrimination there. It's not the discrimination towards the woman, it's the woman's discrimination towards the doctor. Because she's got to go there and she's got to ask a serious matter. I mean, this doctor, right? This doctor has probably seen women's boobs, fannies, arseholes, the lot, right? I would not have thought that him seeing her face, when all's said and done, he's there to help. He's not there to ogle or discriminate or anything like that. He's there to make you better, or your child better, or whoever's you're with better. Now, if he needs to ask you to remove your veil so he can talk to you properly, so he can understand what you're saying, then what is the problem? I don't understand the thing. Apparently, he asked her to do so. He asked her to do so when the mother and the daughter were in the privacy of the hospital consulting room, as you had difficulty hearing the mum explain her daughter's symptoms. She willingly agreed to the doctor's request, so she's agreed to it. But now she's gone out. She's obviously told her husband, and he's gone back in and kicked off. I don't understand the problem. I don't understand it. I mean, what would it have been if there would have been something? Say she had to have a smear test or a breast examined or something like that. What? I don't understand it. This is not a racist thing or anything like that. I'm not doing a bloody, saying let's kick Muslims out and all that. I'm saying, right, let's be fair to a man who is trying to do his job and help you and help your daughter. Give him a bit of slack. I don't understand it. So now this bloke's on about quitting after 23 years. The probe could see him struck off the medical register as a result, despite having an unblemished record for 23 long years. We're going to lose a doctor. We're struggling for doctors. And now we might lose a doctor because of this. I think what needs to be done is we need to say, anybody who is going to a doctor, you might be needed to ask to remove your veil. And then they're saying, well, why didn't he ask for, what was it? I read somewhere, this country will have no doctors left who will continue to treat them in this manner. I'm deeply upset. But basically they were saying, well, why didn't... Hold on, let's just read this a bit. He said he found it difficult to understand what the woman was saying behind her veil and politely asked her to remove it as he needed to hear what was wrong. The doctor insisted this has nothing to do with a racist incident, it's nothing to do with race, religion or skin colour. The furious GP has treated many Muslim patients and never had a problem when he asked the woman to remove the veil. I don't understand what is wrong. They're saying that he should have. She claims the GP said he would not continue the consultation until she removed her niqab, whatever it is, saying he was rude and gave her dirty looks. Dr. Wolverson's action was offensive and said that a female member of staff could have been asked to help on that occasion. I don't know if you noticed me, Doc, but our NHS is struggling. And if you think that we can just go and get another female member of staff to sit with you while you take your veil down, then I'm sorry, but you're mistaken. You know, the bloke was there to try to help you. He's tried to help you and make your daughter better. He's not interested in your love. He's not interested. He's interested in helping you and making your child better. Human rights campaigner Alish Al Khan tweeted her support for the embattled GP. So he's getting help. He's getting help from other Muslims and other people in human rights. I just cannot understand what is going wrong. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we putting our professional people in a situation? What are we going to do? What is going to happen, right? What is going to happen one day? Somebody wearing a veil is going to need mouth to mouth, and they're going to have to remove the veil, and then they're probably going to kick off because they removed the veil and then performed mouth to mouth on them. I don't know. Perhaps I'm wrong. Please, I don't think I'm wrong. I think that a doctor was trying to help a lady get her daughter well again, and that's how it is. I would help if I saw somebody on the street and they were in agony and the pain and they needed help and they were wearing a veil. I wouldn't just walk by. I'm not that kind of bloke, but I would like to think that I'm a sensible, reasonable enough bloke that if I saw a Muslim and she had a veil on and she was choking on a piece of chicken and needed some help, I would go and help, because that's the kind of person I am. I help people. I saw a bloke the other day, right? He was in the garage, and I put some diesel in the van, and I went in to pay for the van, and there was a bloke in front of me, and he was trying to buy a loaf of bread with keys, right? He was obviously ill in some way, right? I don't know what he was doing, and the bloke behind the counter was like, you can't buy bread with keys. And I worked out that he had obviously got some kind of health issue with his head, right? He was either in dementia or I don't know, right? I'm not a doctor, but I could see there was something wrong with him. So he was trying to buy this loaf of bread, and I just said to the bloke behind the counter, scan it, I'll pay for it. And anyway, I says, here mate, I'll buy that. No, and the bloke scanned it, and I says, go on mate, I'm going to have some toast. And he was just standing there with a bunch of keys in his hand trying to buy this bread. And the bloke was saying, oh, this is all I've got, this is all I've got. It doesn't matter. I help. If I can help somebody, I'll help somebody. Right? And that doesn't matter what colour, race or anything. I'm a Leicester fan. If I saw a Forest fan having a heart attack on the floor, I would help him. Right? Not help him have the heart attack. I would help him to try and get better and call ambulances and make them comfort. That's what I do. That's how people should be. You should try and help people. Not try and end the careers because they've gone against something you believe in. He doesn't care what you believe in. He's there to help. Right? So let's just all get along. Live nice and happily. Let a person do the job that they're paid to do. And let's not try to get doctors struck off when we're fucking running out of them, of doctors and fucking nurses and people on the NHS. Fucking grow up, the lot of you. I'm out of here.